Now is the time for the induction of the Pennsylvania Athletic Training Hall of Fame class of 2016. Being inducted into the Pennsylvania Athletic Training Hall of Fame is an honor received for those individuals that have dedicated themselves and their actions to the improvement and advancement of the athletic training profession within the Commonwealth and beyond. Being inducted into a Hall of Fame is one of the most important moments in an individual's professional career. This is an extremely prestigious honor that is bestowed on very few individuals. Our first inductee is Tom West.
The best athletic trainers I've worked with all exude professionalism in everything they do. Professionalism is a pretty broad term, so I wanted to kind of define a couple of the characteristics that I think make them professional. The first is that they have a passion for learning. Because they love this profession so much and they have such a passion for it, they never stop learning. And that usually makes them a real expert in a certain area within athletic training. Second characteristic that I would say is part of professionalism is honesty and integrity. Athletic trainers, we know our limitations, we know what we can do, we know what we can't do, and we're honest about that. So when we're working with a patient or a coach or a physician or whoever, we always act in an honest way and show our integrity. If we make a promise, we keep it. If we can't meet a goal, we accept that and we tell people. Finally, I would say a characteristic of professionalism is being respectful, but also demanding respect. The athletic trainers that I consider great are respectful of everybody they work with, whether it be the freshman on a football team or the star athlete. They're respectful and treat them in a similar fashion, whether it be the coach that gives you a hard time or the coach that's great to work with. They're respectful of the person.
What makes Tom a great athletic trainer and how he's impacted the profession is mainly by the way he authentically engages students. Students respond to his methodology. Students often remark about how difficult his classes are, and in the same time, they also talk about Tom's classes being some of the favorite classes they've ever had. And I think that's really a testament to how Tom teaches and how Tom imparts knowledge to the next generation of athletic trainers.
Dr. West's secrets for success are really no secrets at all. They include hard work, dedication, commitment, and sacrifice. What's so special is how he implants those characteristics in all of those around him, which translates into giving and caring athletic trainers. There's a big difference between admiring someone and being inspired by them. Dr. West inspires.
One is recognized by his or her peers on the merit of what one gives, not what one receives. Tom, we are a better profession and better society because of all of the things that you have given. John Wooden stated that a leader's most powerful ally is his or her own example. Tom, thank you for leading by your example.
Being PATS president is really just continuing on the programs and the ideas started by previous presidents, and then potentially, starting your own projects that usually get carried out by someone else down the line. So I'm proud to have played a part in PATS in that role. I think we've accomplished a lot of things through PATS. I would say probably the largest endeavor started while I was president was the push for licensure of athletic trainers.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom West.
Thank you, everybody. I haven't seen those videos before. Greg, you look like one of those old kung fu movies where the mouth and the action don't match up. But again, you know, I think everybody said a lot of what I want to say today. It's always humbling to be recognized by your peers. And a group of peers that you care so much for. You've heard it over and over, people saying, you know, it's like a family, a spider web. It is coming to this meeting for me is always kind of like a family reunion because I know so many of you, I've worked with so many of you, and you've helped me and other members of our great society in so many different ways. So I thought we were going alphabetically tonight. So I thought I was last. I had a whole bunch of jokes at Jim's expense and Rick's, but I'm not going to save them because now they get to go after me. So my speech will be shorter because of it, which is good. But especially you, Jim. I had a whole bunch. But anyway, I'd like to start by congratulating Jim and Rick for their nomination and acceptance into the Hall of Fame. I know they feel similar to me. It's just such a great honor to be included with such fantastic individuals in the Hall of Fame. I'd also like to thank the PATS Hall of Fame Committee for the time they take in evaluating the nominees and selecting them and putting this event together. It's appreciated. Thank Bill for nominating me. I appreciate that. It's again came really as quite a surprise, as other people have said. I also want to congratulate PATS on the 40th anniversary. That is amazing. It's an incredible society, state society. I'd say the best. Sorry, Mike, the best society, state society that there is, and it's been a pleasure to be involved with them. Because of the 40th anniversary, I will say I'm going to talk a little bit about the history of PATS because I'm very proud of the role that I've played in this society. So it's truly an honor for me to be inducted into the Pennsylvania Athletic Training Hall of Fame. Pennsylvania has had a long, impressive impact on the profession of athletic training nationally. Some of the greatest leaders in the history of our profession worked in Pennsylvania or from Pennsylvania, have educated people in Pennsylvania. So I do really feel Pennsylvania's played a key part in the development of our profession. When I heard that I was receiving this award, I immediately felt humbled, questioned whether they called the right person. Not that I'm not proud of my accomplishments, but you look at the names and it's truly an impressive list of individuals. Our Hall of Fame includes so many individuals that have shaped the foundations of our profession in Pennsylvania and nationally, and their work has made our jobs easier as athletic trainers. I encourage all of you to go to the PATS website and look at the Hall of Fame inductees and their bios, and I think you'll come away really inspired because there are so many great men and women in the PATS Hall of Fame that have also, again, done things outside of PATS as well. So I'm really pleased to be included with them. I'm an educator, so I speak in front of groups all the time, and I really don't ever get nervous talking to my students. I got tons of stories I can tell. Some I find them amusing, some the students find amusing. But I will say that speaking in front of this group terrifies me because we've already heard such great speeches, inspiring speeches from the Distinguished Merit individuals, the Service Award winner. We're going to hear some other, not to put you on the spot, but some other really inspiring talks after mine. But it does really terrify me to speak and try to be inspiring to individuals. I think I do better just working with individuals and inspiring them that way than trying to give an impassioned speech. I've also been to so many of these PATS awards banquets, and I've seen so many great, eloquent speeches. I really hope that my speech doesn't pale in comparison. I did ask Yvette if maybe we could go back to the old way where one Hall of Fame person spoke on behalf of all of us, but she said no. So here I am, which she says no a lot. That's one of her things. So anyway, I'd like to pass on some of the things that I've learned over my 40 years of life. I haven't been involved with PATS for 40 years, that really have helped me reach many of my professional goals and personal goals. I haven't reached them all. I still intend to keep doing things and being involved, but there are some things that I think would be useful for all of us out there, especially you younger athletic trainers. When I look at what I consider my greatest professional achievements, the achievements that have led to me being nominated for this award, they all I didn't do any of them myself. You talked about fingerprints and footprints. Everything that I've accomplished.